Hi, this is Andrea Schulman again, and in today's quick law of attraction video, we are going to talk about how to master this global quantum leap. That's the way I'm going to talk about it because that's really how I feel this is playing out. Maybe you've had this discussion with people recently. I know I certainly have, that it feels like you've just wandered into a different dimension. Well, that's exactly what a quantum leap is. It's a very strong, noticeable change. And so today we're going to talk about how to master this energy. But first, if you're watching this video on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, please make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications because I do release new law of attraction inspired videos like this one every single week. And also, if you enjoy this video, it really does help me out if you give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it below in the comments. Your engagement really does help promote my work here on this platform, and I sincerely appreciate it. All right, so I could definitely say that it feels like the world's taken a quantum leap. And I think most people would probably agree with me that what we're experiencing now is a dramatic shift from where we were. And you may be having this feeling that there's no going back, you know? Like I was editing, looking through old videos and doing some editing the other day and looking at a video that's probably about a month old now. And just looking at that woman making that video thinking, wow, you know, she had no clue what was about to come. And maybe you're feeling the same way. And it's very normal, I think, for people to interpret this kind of dramatic shift in a scary way. But I want to talk about how to master this because this is actually a really exciting time. And not everybody will agree with that statement. Some people aren't probably going to like that statement, but this is actually an amazingly exciting time because it's kind of like this giant opportunity has presented itself to us, not just individually, but collectively to make big collective changes. Now, when it comes to mastering this kind of quantum leap energy, the first thing to ask yourself is, am I riding the current? Or am I resisting the current? Now, when it comes to the law of attraction, you've probably already heard what works best is always to go with the flow. There is this stream of consciousness that you are traveling down, and your best success is to really relax, let it carry you, and trust that everything's working out. Now, if you've been working with the law of attraction and manifesting consciously for a while, you've already seen that this is true. You've seen that this is what works. Whatever the situation is, you let your guard down and allow yourself to be carried, trusting things will work out, and they will. The reason why people will have challenges with quantum leap energy, particularly a global quantum leap change like we're experiencing right now, is that instead of relaxing and going with the flow, they tense up and they resist. And it's kind of like they're trying to turn against the current and swim upstream. And right now, I don't know if you've noticed, but the current's moving really, really, really fast. One of my favorite law of attraction teachers is Abraham Hicks. And that's the analogy that they use a lot of times is that resistance is really about trying to swim against the current. And if you're trying to swim against the current, first of all, you're going to have a miserable time. You're going to be exhausted. And second of all, you're going to get beaten up by that current. Okay, so that current's coming downstream at a very strong clip. And you can try to turn upwards if you want, but you're only going to experience a massive amount of stress and anxiety. But if you can relax into the current and allow it to carry you, you can have a magnificent, fun, and exciting ride. Now, for most of you conscious creators out there, the currents haven't probably been this strong in a while. Some of you might have been experiencing stronger currents, but I think for a lot of people, this is a stronger current than perhaps they're familiar with. And so it could be normal to try and tense up in this environment, try to resist what's happening, try to point the finger at what's going on, or try to assume that things aren't working out, or try to force other people to behave certain ways, or experience it in certain ways, or deal with it in certain ways. And perhaps you may be rubbing up against some of these themes in your life where you're trying to resist what's carrying you downstream. Okay, so for instance, I'll give you an example from my own experience is that, for me, one of the most paramount things that's important to me, I'm Aquarius dominant, by the way, so if you're interested in astrology, that may make Italian for you. I am very big on personal freedom, okay? So I work for myself, I do my own thing, I run my own timetable. That's really big for me, is being able to come and go and do whatever I want to come and go and do. Well, in this particular environment, all of a sudden it feels as if some freedoms have been restricted, okay? Now, if I didn't understand this flowing with the current thing, I'd probably resist it. I would probably be very defiant, very argumentative, very much trying to assert my ability to go where I want to go, do what I want to do. But the thing to understand is right now, the current's taking me in that direction. It's taking me down a very specific path. And in order to enjoy the ride, I have to relax and allow that current to take me wherever it's taking me. When you can do that, when you can just kind of go with whatever's taking you, and maybe it's having people in your house and you're not used to having them there. Maybe it's not working at your job right now. Maybe it's having to homeschool your kids. Whatever it is that the current has you on, the best thing to do in this situation is to just assume that it's working out for you. Or at least ask yourself the question, how might this be working out for me? What might I be learning from this? How might this be a positive direction for me? So whatever this quantum leap has done to shift and alter your reality very dramatically, please understand that trying to fight against it is not going to work. That's only going to put you in an upstream mentality, and it's only going to get you beaten up by the current right now. Your best bet is to just relax and just allow it to take you where it's going to take you. If that means it takes you to homeschooling your kids, well then by all means, that's what we're doing right now. If it means that that puts you in your home rather than out doing something you would ordinarily do, well, that's where the stream's taking you right now. And your best bet is to relax into that and align with that and assume that for whatever reason, that's the best direction right now. That's the best place for you to be going right now. Now, if you can really relax into this energy in this way, the way I would liken it is that it's going to be like going on an amusement park ride. Now, I love roller coasters. You may not, but I really love roller coasters, okay? So the way that I kind of envision this now, the way that it feels is that I suddenly got strapped into a roller coaster and that thing is going up. If you've ever been in that experience, you know exactly what that feeling is. There's no turning back. You're on this ride. This ride's going. And you really have two options at that point. You can surrender into the experience and allow it to take you where it's going to take you and enjoy the ride, or you can tense up against it and have a miserable, miserable time. Okay, so this is kind of like that kind of an experience. I want you to look at this time in our history as being like we're strapped into an amusement park ride. You're not getting off it, okay? And if you try to get off it, it's going to run you over. But instead, your job right now is to roll with it, to go with the flow of it. And really, this is an excellent opportunity to take a crash course in going with the flow. So if you've been learning about the law of attraction and getting into this mindset of creating your reality, this right here is an enormous opportunity to surrender and relax into what's going on so that you can reap the highest benefit. All right, thanks so much for watching today's video on how to master this global quantum leap. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it below in the comments. And if you are new to my work, I would love to invite you to take my law of attraction test. If you would like to see clearly how your thoughts create reality, I've designed a test to show you how to do that. And to take that test now, go ahead and look below in the description for a link. Thanks again for watching today's video and have a great day. Bye-bye.